Nothing like putting an 800-pound valve. That's probably more like 11 or 1200.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about a Q5 Seafoam Turquoise 69 Hemi Roadrunner convertible. I mean, they only made 7 Hemi Roadrunner convertibles, and it's the only one in Q5.
I got grease.
The shocks
here
are
for
in
all these
place.
Bad boys.
That's good. Yep, should go right into spot right there. Okay. So you have the front, both sides leaf spring hangers, shackle hangers, and shocks are tight?
Yep. All the front perches are tight.
Let's get that front end stuck together. When it comes to the installation of a 426 Hemi in anything, the problem always is size. You're trying to stick this great big huge elephant engine in a regular size normal car. With as many hands as we have on deck, we shouldn't have any troubles. What you want to do is get the engine installed without beating the hell out of everything around it. What the f are you laughing at, Nancy? You want to come leg squat it? You little
I could probably back down, you think?
I'm not in my strength zone. This is my strength now.
No, don't hold on to the cross member or the sway bar. It's not going to go anywhere.
You're a dumb son of. Okay, we got the front 2 K-member bolts in. Now we can put the transmission cross member bolts in. Once that's in, we can raise the car up and put the rear K-member bolts in. And we're finally buttoned up. That's the tightest fit I've seen on a Mopar yet.
Yeah.
Look at that baby go together. All right. All we have left is some cotter pins we got to put in and the drive shaft, exhaust, and all of a sudden the bottom of this car is going to be wrapped up. Be driving before you know it.
With engine and rear axle installed, the ghouls can install the brake lines, and fuel tank. Then they can build out the firewall and the rest of the engine compartment before moving on to the interior.
Now what's cool about this is this gets the painted wheels. So it has the, I think, a 15.6 painted wheel, painted body color, uses the Poverty hubcaps on it, and originally would have been a red streak tire. I think that that's one of the neatest combinations, especially when you're talking about a turquoise car with turquoise wheels. They look the same, it's just a different brand. So with that, basically, I'll green light you guys go ahead and put the tires on, get them mounted up. I can't wait to see it done.
They lubricate both beads, install the lower bead, install the upper bead, set the beads with air pressure, and then inflate to the proper PSI.
Dave brought me over. He's got the system now, the exhaust system from Accurate Exhaust for our 69 Hemi Roadrunner. This is a replica of the original exhaust. Originally, they were mild steel. This system is mild steel. The owner of this car doesn't want any fancy schmancy late model weird stuff. He wants it to look, function, and appear as it did in 1969.
All right, yeah.
So first thing we're gonna do is always build the exhaust from the front back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put the H-pipe on. And these are always tricky because of the torsion bars, am I right?
Yeah, they're tough ones.
I'm gonna move that bottom bolt out a little. There we go.
Okay.
Boy, my chubby little hands hardly fit in here, you know it?
Oh, it's tight in there.
It is
between
tight.
That torsion bar.
Good grief. So right now we've got the H-pipe installed, which is always a little bit harder over on that right side with the heat riser, but it's in place. Something to point out, this is the original mild steel that they're made out of, all right, from the factory. It's not the late model stainless stuff, it's not the aluminized. This is the original type of material that this exhaust was built out of. So it will rust a lot quicker than aluminized or stainless, but it's what the owner wanted. He wanted it to look, appear, and function, sound exactly the way it did in '69. So that's what you see sitting here. Tom down at Accurate, he builds every one of these, breaks every one himself, bends every one, welds every one. Right now we got our H-pipe on, which is the main pipe that bolts to the manifolds. We have the mufflers on, and they're just kind of mocked into place. So now we're getting ready to put the over-the-axle pipes on and the resonators and tips. Oh, look at that bad boy just slide right on there.
Nice.
Niz nice. I call it niz nice.
Niz nice.
Niz nice.
All
Had
right.
a little much coffee this morning, getting kind of crazy out here. Like to have a little fun. And now we've got everything mocked into place, every single piece. We're gonna go to the front of the car. We're gonna start at the head pipe. We're gonna start bolting it down, and we'll watch our clearances, tolerances, make sure we don't have anything too close to the floor of the car. Work our way back to the tips, and it'll be ready to fire up. So today we're getting ready to put some decals on our 69 Roadrunner convertible, 426 Hemi automatic, Q5 Seafoam, only one in the world like it. Alyssa helped me with doing some assembly line markings and the finer points of detail, installing labels, installing exterior graphics. That's also the finer points of detail. So I wanted to have her help me and start developing that skill set for her. All of your Roadrunners on the cold air induction are gonna have the Coyote Duster decal in 69. This particular one here is for our 70 Coronet, which is a Dodge, and it actually calls out the Hemi. But on the Roadrunner, even with a Hemi in it, cold air induction, N96, you'd have got that.
Okay.
These are your running birds, these are your standing birds. One of these standing birds goes on the dash. We don't have the dash back from Instrument Specialties yet, and when it does come back, it'll probably be on it. These are the running birds. These are the ones that lead into and go away from the Roadrunner nameplate that you see on the door right here. So I always call Tony D'Agostino back at Tony's Parts because he has Survivor cars. He also has OE Gold Class winning restored cars. He's got a 6-barrel car that's the highest quality restoration in the country. I had him take up-close photographs so I know what the exact length and distance and height is relative to the actual car itself. When I looked at Tony's pictures, they were exactly 13/16 of an inch off of the R. Right at the end of my tape measure, put a piece of tape vertically. All right, now we have to transpose this because the bird's gonna go right there. So you'll take another piece of tape. You need that 13/16 mark,
Right,
but you
yeah.
can't put the bird over that, right? So you wanna take this and put it right up against it and then take that down. So now you know the back of your decal goes right there, and that's 13/16 of an inch. You can
Okay.
double check it. Perfect. Then, when I was looking at his photos, the datum plane is exactly in line with this right here. So the bottom of the running bird, the dust trail right here, the bottom of his little dust trail, even though this one dips down a little bit further than that, is parallel with the bottom of that emblem. So rather than guessing, we're gonna put a piece of tape on there. Set it underneath the back of the R, right at the back of the word. Right there, go ahead and nail that down. That looks good right there. See that?
Yeah,
Nice
that
and
looks
plain.
good.
Tack cloth just gets any dust that's underneath there off of it. Application gel.
How long will these decals last?
Well, some cases they last as long as the cars last. Especially today's vinyl, it's so much better than yesterday's vinyl. But yeah, there's cars out in the graveyard that still have their original decals on them. Okay, I'd have to say that's pretty darn good.
This might be a stupid question, but it's weird to me that you wouldn't put the decals on and then do the clear coat over the decals to help protect them.
Well, the factory didn't do that, so we can't really do that. Okay, so squeegee, starting from the middle out, but the clear coat would protect it, I agree. And that's, see, it's right on that tape line, that's right up against that line, that's where you want it. Right now, I think that's plenty. So I'm gonna pull it, fold it down.
Ooh, that's
cool?
vibrant. That is beautiful. And that's on there. You can't really move it around anymore at all?
No, it's done now.
Okay.
If you put it on wrong, you're peeling it back off and ordering another one.
That's really pretty.
Looks good though, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Okay, so that one's good. Let's go put the other side on, then we'll put the deck lid on, and then we'll put all the information labels on.
Okay. Did you teach Will how to put on decals, or where did he learn how?
He doesn't know how.
I thought he was gonna put the decals on the back half of the Phantom.
You're talking about the billboards? Call them
Yeah.
correctly? The billboard stripes? Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So how is that gonna work out?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe next time you should think about that before he shoots his mouth off. He always
Okay.
picks my work apart,
Well,
so
good
he's
luck.
gonna learn the hard way on that one, isn't he now?
It's just like the whole back half of the car, right?
Pretty much, yes. I'll just go ahead and put this on real quick. So here, see this crevice, and you see this crevice, right? They're gonna be centered right in between them, and he's gonna be, the middle of his legs is gonna be the middle of that lock cylinder. That's how that critter's gonna go. get a Roadrunner. It makes me want to be a better Roadrunner, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Would you agree that the Roadrunner is ready for its maiden voyage on the open road?
It is. We're ready to go. I'm ready more than ever. Let's do this.
Give me one thumbs up. 3, give me the 4th. There you go.
Take a look at those thumbs.
Phenomenal car. I mean, what a driver. And you haven't got a chance to be out in these things, but some of the cars that I've driven on the initial run don't work out so well because they're cars. There's 1,000 pieces that can go wrong. But honestly, this car just smooth as glass, no problems, drove like a dream. Temperature gauge worked, fuel gauge works, all the instrumentation. It's just phenomenal. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone, another one bite the dust.
Are we done?
Hey, I want to get to you. Another one
Stop
bite
it,
the dust. Another
that?
one bite the dust. That's what he said. Bite the dust. Bite the dust. Bite the dust. It's a Queen. It's from back in the 70s. I grew up on it. It doesn't matter. Okay, the car's done. You know fun.
Hi, guys.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Well,
Good, how are you?
Pretty
Name's
good.
Alyssa.
I'm Daryl Smith, and my 69 Hemi Roadrunner convertible is just finished restoration, and I'm coming to pick it up.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing, Daryl?
Hey, how are you?
Good to see ya.
So it was awesome to bring all the guys from the paint and body shop out front on this reveal because they're really the guys that do a lot of the work, you know, so it kind of helps keep them going
group effort.
when they get a thank you. You know, that goes a long ways. He was never a big fan of
No I in team.
He was never a big fan of the whole crew coming out for reveals. I'm
Did
a
you see
huge
the old crew?
The last time I saw it was probably 6 months ago. It was pretty much painted, but it was still hadn't been assembled yet. Okay. The engine and trans weren't in yet, none of the interior, no drivetrain at all. It's pretty much just a body. Just a body with nice looking paint.
right.
I mean, none of you know where it is.
They just told us to come out front for the reveal.
Oh, I hear it.
Oh, you can hear it now. Oh, look at that. There it is. Look at that thing. Wow, that's beautiful, huh? Amazing. Look at that.
The color's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
It's just incredible. The color just lightens up tremendously and it just looks awesome. Hey, get out of the car, my turn.
Come on, man. I get to drive it once in a while. I did all the work on
Dang.
it.
Look at this color.
Is that a gorgeous
This
color?
car
or
looks
what?
awesome out here,
Hello,
man.
brother.
Hey,
Woo. How'd you like the sound of
the
that?
sun. Yeah, I heard that.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm doing good.
By the way, I didn't approve that. What you just did.
I never went over 2,000 RPM. Our original contract said that, so.
Hey,
Big
that is
Daryl
beautiful.
car. 69 Hemi
That
Roadrunner
is
convertible.
beautiful.
What'd you do cam-wise on that? Because I guess I'm not familiar with that.
It's
You
a
guys-
stock 70 hydraulic cam
for a hydraulic Hemi, for a normal Hemi.
for him, yeah.
It's got such a nice bump to it, and it's so
perfect.
responsive. Yeah.
And hopefully I never have to take the valve covers off to adjust the
I hope
valves.
you never have to do that.
They're not easy.
They're not easy. It's not easy to even get them off, let alone once they're off.
This car is awesome.
It really is
It's
pretty.
a nice color.
A no excuse car. It's amazing to me how something like this has survived so long. And I will say, in fairness to the car, I've driven the car.
Yeah, I was going to check the rear tires to see the wear on
There's still
them.
plenty of tire.
Okay.
It's the second set.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What are you doing? Huh? Judas? No, we didn't
Had a
smoke the
feeling.
first set of tires off. But it just drives so nice. And I attribute it to the guys that did a great job on the car, but also the fact that I think it started life as a good car.
It was taken care of since about 76 on.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you, because I know you know your numbers probably as good as I do, especially on cars like this. How many did they make total Hemi automatics?
6.
6 total
US
Hemi automatics.
production.
U.S. production.
Yeah.
None of them went to Canada. Were the 4-speeds the Canadians?
There was 3 Canadian cars, but there was only 10 U.S. production cars.
And of those, how many are painted Q5 Seafoam turquoise?
That one right there.
Only car in the world,
Only
folks.
one, yeah.
Only car in the world.
Just in case you took an extended bathroom break, here's what happened. The team knocked out the remaining interior on the Roadrunner convertible, and along with Mark, installed the factory-replicated mild steel exhaust. But don't forget Will. He touched up the paint and buffed the Hemi Roadrunner. Plus, he told all the body shop guys to meet him out front. That may not seem like a lot, but, well, maybe he had a busy week. Finally, Daryl Smith showed up to see his newly restored, one-of-a-kind 1969 Hemi Roadrunner convertible in the very rare Q5 turquoise. But the big question is, will Alyssa get to drive it? Come on, it's a $500,000 car. What do you think?
And, yeah, I was going to say, and a quarter.
Well, you got to add something when you're down to 5.9. What do you think, Mom and Dad? Is that looking good?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Look at that. Like a brand new car. Probably better than they did when they were new. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Meet me.
Well, it's the first time I've driven it for about 4 years, and the car handles incredible. Braking was good, cornering was good, and performance is excellent. And the car looks really sharp. My wife was thrilled when I got on it. She thought it was one of the greatest running cars she's ever been in. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Well, the last time I drove it, it felt pretty loose, and it had a tendency to wander around in the lane. And now it feels real tight. There's no softness to it. It rides good, it corners good. It's just really nice. It's right on.
My friend,
All right.
thank you very much. I
Thank you.
appreciate all your patience. I know it took a little longer, but I hope in the end you're happy, happy, happy.
Happy, yeah.
Thank
I
you,
am.
sweetheart. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
And thank you for coming
love that
up, honey.
party.
It was nice to see you again. Car's beautiful. Owner's having a ball. The car runs and drives and tracks. He lets go of the steering wheel, and it's just tracking down the road great. Royal did a phenomenal job on the alignment. Brakes feel great.
Cool.
So be careful, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks with a beautiful car.
All right.
Bye.
Travel
See you
safe.
later. Take care. Drive safe. Okay, back to work.
Ooh, that's mine.
Hello Ghouls, Mark Warman here, the Ice Tray from Graveyard Cars. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. We have fantastic stuff coming up, and some of it you've never seen before. I gotta go insult people. Hey Alice!